Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Chief Starter, Mr. Noel Hargis, Red Miley. In a rocket chassis, Monte Carlo. In the H1 car, Calusi Chevrolet. On the side of that mount, H1, as he will take the green flag. He's underway time trials. This is the Oval Craft Racing Aluba Designs time trials. Tell us a little bit about Red Miley.
It's his first full season in the late models. He was last year's Western Pennsylvania Rookie of the Year in the limited lates. He's the nephew, of course, of Ben Miley, the many-time track champion here at Pittsburgh, looking for his first late model feature win. And a pretty good rookie season here in the late models, finishing in the top 10. Clock malfunction on the first car. We are ready now. Jared is getting the green flag again.
Hopefully he saw that on his first qualification lap. Again, the timing light did not trip. And we'll have to send him back out again, Red Miley. So that'll bring up Keith Rodriguez. Keith Rodriguez, our next qualifier here. Try to make it to the Pittsburgh 100 here tomorrow. He's out of Crescent, Pennsylvania. That is a Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix. Wow Corporation. The IT Consulting and IT Solutions, also Duramo Beverage and Airport Auto Body sponsoring Keith Rodriguez. First time with us with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Keith, another one of our regular runners here at Pittsburgh, and he too is in just his second year of racing. Last year had a sort of a midlife crisis, decided he wanted to be a late model racer, never drove a stock car before, used to be a commercial airline pilot, so he's used to going fast.
That's interesting, 46 years old. Here's his first qualification lap. 19.931. 19931 here in the Oval Craft Racing Aluminum Designs time trials. And Red Miley will be coming back out here in just a little while as Keith Rodriguez will complete lap number 2. Checkered flag is up.
20.22, 20.221, 22.21 the second lap.
That'll bring up the next qualifier. 5-time late model track champion here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, the 99, Ben Miley. Ben Miley in car 99, our next qualifier in the Oval Craft Racing Aluminum Designs time trials. He's in a rocket chassis, Chevrolet Monte Carlo. 20.695, 20.695, Calusi Chevrolet. Machine Shop and Miley BP Car Wash sponsoring the veteran Ben Miley, 5-time late model track champion. Here's lap number 2. 20.995, 20995.
Red Miley will be chasing his uncle as he takes the green flag in the H1. This is a brand new race car out just a couple of weeks. He demolished a car here back in August in the Guerin Memorial Race. .19887 the first lap for Red Miley, his sophomore year at California University of Pennsylvania.
19 years old, his first time with us with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He'll pick up the checkered flag to complete his qualification attempts.
19.475, 19.475. That is the fastest lap here in the early going.
That'll bring up the next qualifier in the black 2J out of Imperial, Pennsylvania, 32 years old, Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson behind the wheel of a Masters-built Pontiac Grand Prix, Malkut Racing engine under the hood, Chem Oil Company. One of my favorites, of course, the Angry Fish Wrestling Club on the side of that car, along with Penske Racing Shocks and Morgan Excavating. Mike Johnson.
Of course, he is a high school wrestling coach. 19.846 the first lap. 19.846 was a great wrestler himself. He's made this race 11 times. His best finish was 6th in 1999.
Younger brother of 3-time Pittsburgh champion Davey Johnson. Mike comes to the line, lap number 2. 19.500, 19.500. That is second quick time.
On the clock now, the West Mifflin Collision Subway sponsored 14G from West Mifflin. Scott Gunn. Scott Gunn, it's a rocket chassis, a Monte Carlo. Scott, one of our regular Saturday night runners. 2 feature wins here in 2005.
Also Subway, Toys R Us, LA Collision on the side of that car. 20.521 his first lap, 20.521 his first time with us on the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Scott running one of our spec motors, steel block 358. .285 the second lap, 20.285 the second lap for Scott Gunn.
That'll bring up the next qualifier at the 2004 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway track champion Dave Wade on the track now in car 76. Dave Wade out of Clinton, Pennsylvania, drives a rocket Pontiac Grand Prix. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, Ty-Guard Machine, and Nigel Auto Solutions sponsoring Dave Wade.
19.845, Dave's first lap time. He picked up 1 win here in 2005 after his track championship season a year ago. He's made the Pittsburgher twice. His best finish was an 18th 2 years ago in 2003. .432 the second lap, 20.432.
That'll bring up the next qualifier. Back in August, he was inducted into the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame down at the Florence Speedway in Union, Kentucky. The 1997 Pittsburgher 100 champion. Now out of Zanesville, Ohio, it's Rick Auckland. Rick Auckland is 49 years old in a Masters-built Grand Prix. Malkin engine under the hood, K&E Trucking, Chase Race decals, and performance bodies on the side of the Hall of Famer, Rick Auckland.
He's always done good here, James. He, of course, has won the Pittsburgher twice, also won the Big Penn National 100. 19.992 his first lap.
Rick, of course, formerly out of Fargo, North Dakota, Zanesville, Ohio, the 97 and 2002 champion.
20.035, 20.035 the second lap.
Well, another driver that is inducted into the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame, the number 1 inducted this year, that's the veteran Lynn Geisler. Lynn out of Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, in a Rocket Grand Prix. Of course, that longtime sponsor on the side of that car, number 1 Concrete Automotive, Hot Sea Equipment, Bolea Oil, Tri-State Hose and Supply, and AFCO Racing Products sponsoring Lynn Geisler.
He's got the fastest lap so far, 19.374 for Lynn Geisler, the all-time leading late model winner here at Dirt's Monster Half Mile.
Well worth the induction into the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame. Lynn will clock in on lap 2.
19.153, 19.153. That is the time to beat Lynn Geisler. And look out, here comes the juice, Davey Johnson in the 19.
DJ, 3-time winner of this race in 92, 94, and in 2000. Behind the wheel of the Dale Beitler Racing Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix. Davey, 42 years old now. Malkin engine under the hood, reliable painting. TC Race Cars and Banshee Graphics sponsoring Davey Johnson.
19.461, Davey, of course, holds the race record for qualifying, 18.408, set back in 2002.
Besides being a 3-time Pittsburgher winner, former track champion here in 1986, second lap. There we got a new fast time, 19.134. 19.134, Juice puts her in, and here's another hot one on the track. Second in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings, the Hurricane. And last year's RPM Racing News Driver of the Year, it's Earl Pearson Jr. Earl Pearson Jr., 33 years old in the Carlton and Kemp Lamb Masters-built Ford Taurus. Larry Wallace Racing engine under the hood, Lucas Oil Products, Dunn Benson Ford, K&N Engineering.
19.785 the first lap for Earl, 19.785 for the Hurricane.
Just 110 points behind Don O'Neill in the chase for the championship. Snowco Fuels All-Star Performance on the side of that number 1. The Lucas Oil car of Earl Pearson Jr., lap 2.
19.144. That gets him real close. Second quick. 19.144. A lot of guys picking it up between lap 1 and 2.
Well, up next, we have the veteran, the number 4 car, to Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, Ed Ferree. Ed Ferree in car number 4. And that is a Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix. Cornet engine under the hood. Franklin Racing Supply, AmericanDiecast.com.
19.515, the first lap for Ed. 19.515, 5th all-time in late model wins here.
Butler Pre-Owned Cars and Credit, Moody Sales and Service. Ed Ferree, lap number 2 here at Pittsburgh.
19.473 was second here last Saturday. 19.473, the second lap for Ed Ferree, as Jimmy Lepro trips the clock in the Bud's Place Zappy Oil number 6 out of Midway. Running a GRT car.
Well, a lineup this weekend predominantly either Rocket, Laser, or GRT. Also in the house, as you mentioned, lap number 1. 21.124, 21.124 for Jim Lepro on his first lap. Curtis Racing, and as you mentioned, Bud's Place on that nice looking number 6 GRT Chevrolet Monte Carlo.
$20.400. Boy, does this car have a retro look. Remember that old B4 of his dad.
Jackie Boggs led the first 19 laps of the World 100 last Saturday night at Eldora till an oil pump went out of that car. That is a Schwartz chassis Monte Carlo. Steve Cassio Racing owns it. Jackie Boggs, 36 years old, Cropper Racing Engines. Miller Brothers, Cole McDonald's in Flemingsburg, Maysville, and Georgetown, Kentucky. First lap.
19.500 for Jackie Boggs. He won the Garrett Memorial here in 2004.
Jackie Boggs has a Lucas Oil labeled a Dirt Series win back in April at the dirt track at Lowe's Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. Lap 2 for Boggs.
19.464, 19.464, the second lap for Jackie Boggs. Fourth quick. On the clock now, the 81, the Hookstown Hornet, the J&D Towing, Pep Boys 81 of DJ Miller. DJ Miller in car number 81, one of our regular Saturday night runners. A couple of career wins here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway.
DJ, 39 years old, his first time with the Lucas Oil labeled a Dirt Series.
20.628, 20.628 the first lap for DJ Miller. .704 the second lap, 20.704.
Well, two-time track champion in the house tonight, the 02 car, Al Attala.
Al Attala.
Al Attala in a Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix, Pro Power engine under the hood. On that nice looking 02 car, his first time with the Lucas Oil labeled a Dirt Series. First lap here today.
19.621 for Al. 19.621 has been driving the Todd Sorrenzia car this year on a part-time basis. They've run here about 5 or 6 times.
Al's Discount Tires, American Environmental Services, Todd's Auto Body, and Peterbilt sponsoring the 2002 and 2003 track champion.
19.672, 19.672 the second lap for Al Attala.
That'll bring up the next qualifier in that number 90 car. He's the all-time winningest driver at the Hagerstown Speedway in Hagerstown, Maryland. Out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania, it's Gary Stuhler. Gary Stuhler in the Gary Neininger Masters Built Grand Prix. Interior Specialist, DNS Racing Collectibles, Leggett Engine Research. Stuhler signs and decals, R.W. Warner, Neininger's Tire and Auto Center, Eastern Caisson Corporation.
19.875 the lap for Gary, 19.875. He was second in the 1990 Pittsburgh. He's got 3 career wins here at the Monster Half Mile.
And again this year became the all-time winningest driver, passing Rodney Franklin over at Hagerstown. MEC Incorporated and Round Hill Service Center also sponsoring Gary Stuhler.
19.403 the second lap. 19.403 the second lap. Fourth quick for Gary Stuhler. Last year's limited late champion here at Pittsburgh, driving the 77, Rich Appolito.
Rich Appolito in the Walden House Towing, Heinrich Construction, Lucan's Reb Fav, Matoka and Sons Plumbing Incorporated and Pro Painting sponsored car.
It's a Rocket Grand Prix. 20.625 for Rich, 20.625. Also running one of our spec motors. He just started running this car in the late models about 6 weeks ago. $19.992, lap 2 for Rich Appolito.
Secret here, of course, can't keep your foot in as much as you can. You got to be smooth in and out of the corners here. And up next in car 87, he's out of Bemis Point, New York. That is Chad Ruhlman. Chad Ruhlman in a Rocket Monte Carlo, Spartan Tool Company, Erickson's Restaurant, Rand Machine Products, and Chase Auction.
20.253 the first lap for Chad.
Chad, the first of two Ruhlmans. His brother, the 2005 Snowco American Late Model Series champion, Brian, will be in the 49 car here later on.
20.031 the second lap. 20.031 lap 2 for Chad Ruhlman.
Here's one of the up-and-coming drivers in the world of dirt late model racing in car 83, the Silver Shark out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. This is Scott James. Scott currently 5th in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points, leading the Rookie of the Year standings. He's 33 years old in a Rocket Grand Prix, Powell Motorsports, Baylor Trucking, Whitewater Laser Auto Wash, Wells Excavation, VP Fuels, James Art Designs.
19.640's first lap. 19.640. James, understand he is the son of
Bobby James, a three-time World 100 participant. Scott's had a good year with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. If he'd been able to finish a few more races, he'd be higher in the point standings.
It's a good lap. 19.313. 19.313. He's now fourth quick.
That'll bring up the next qualifier. He was last year's late model track champion at the KC Raceway over in Chillicothe, Ohio. The new home of the Dirt Track World Championship race in a couple of weeks. Out of Millersburg, Ohio, 47-year-old Keith Berner. Keith Berner in a Boss chassis Ford Taurus Malkut engine. Under the hood for the veteran Keith Berner in car 18.
20.042. 20.042 the first lap for Keith. He has made a few of the Pittsburghers, 4 to be exact. 6th in the race in 2003.
Trying to improve on that. Massillon Transmission Motorsports, Eddie Snowco, Village Motors, AccuForce Shock Dyno, and Dave Poskey's Performance Parts sponsoring Keith Berner.
19.490 lap 2. 19.490.
Up next, the gentleman who's currently 2nd in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Rookie of the Year standing, 7th in the overall points in the 6T car. First 18 years of his racing career was spent motocross racing, the last 5 in dirt late models. This is Tim Dome out of Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Good lap, 19.186. 19.186, fourth quick time. He's 44 years old in a Rocket Monte Carlo custom race engine. Dome Cycle Sales, Axum custom decals. 6 heats here later on. We invert 4 in each of the heats.
19.381 the second lap. 19.381, so his first lap is the fastest. He's fourth quick. Still Davey Johnson, Earl Pearson Jr., Lynn Geisler, 1, 2, and 3.
Up next, it's Tim Gould. Tim Gould in the 2G car, Rocket Monte Carlo. Chem Oil, Station Auto Parts, Alternative Power Services, Bill Kell Racing Engines, and Eric's Floors.
20.496 the first lap. 20.496 lap 1 for Tim Gould. Tim returning to racing in late models after dropping off the late model world and running go-karts for 10 years. 20.224 for Tim Gold.
Inch of the time still to beat Davey Johnson in Novelcraft Racing Illuma Designs time trials. 19.134 up next out of Stoystown, Pennsylvania. Rodney Schweitzer, our next qualifier, a Laser G2 Monte Carlo, Rhodes Performance Engine under the hood. Jerry English Contracting, Clark Distributing and Service, and Richie Sandblasting sponsoring Rodney Schweitzer.
19.846 his first lap, 19.846. He made the Pittsburgher once, that was in 2001. And he brought the 84 car home 15th that year. $19.560 the second lap, $19.560 for Rodney Schweitzer.
Bring up the next qualifier, currently third in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points. 2 wins this year on the Series Tour in the Car 99, the $1 Million Man, the only driver that had won a $1 Million to win race on dirt in 2001 at Eldora Speedway. This is Donnie Moran. Donnie Moran out of Dresden, Ohio, the 91 Pittsburgher champion.
19.681 the first lap. 19.681, the track record holder here, set years ago.
He's 42 years old at a Masters-built Monte Carlo SMS race engine under the hood. PBM Performance Products at a Snowco Race Fuels, and Muskegon County Speedway sponsoring Donnie Moran.
19.210, 19.210 the second lap, much better. Fifth quick.
Remember, we invert the fastest 24 cars, 6 heats, invert 4. So that bubble, the 24 spot up next, former track champion here. Back in 1998.
Mark Badal out of St. Clairsville. 19.960. Mark running a Rayburn car in 2005. A chassis change for him. Was able to drive the T8 to 1 feature win here this season. Mark Badal out of St. Clairsville, Ohio.
And all performance race car bodies, Dawes Welding Supply, Lewis Decals and Signs, the Mag Shop. You mentioned 2-time track champion here back in 98 and in 2000.
19.349 the second lap for Mark. 19.349.
This will be Dave Hess Sr. up next, the veteran in the 44 car out of Waterford, Pennsylvania. Dave Hess Jr., owned by Dave Hess Sr. He was with us down at East Bay Raceway Park in Tampa, Florida back in February. He's 20 years old in a Rocket Monte Carlo, Krager engine under the hood, Hess Garage and Salvage, Roberts Trucking, and Wright Heating and Cooling sponsoring Dave Hess Jr.
19.871 his first lap, 19.871, just 21 years of age, already James with over 100 wins to his career between late models and E-mods.
Trying to make his first career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event back in Florida, 6 of them, and trying to get it into his first one.
19.595, lap 2, 19.595.
Up next, 2-time Pittsburgher 100 champion in 96 and 98. The hitman in the house, Tim Hitt out of Weston, West Virginia. Tim is 36 years old in the Tim Logan Racing, Russell Baker Racing Engines, Moorhead Auto Trucks Parts and Sales, PBM Performance Products, Hall Brothers Truck Repair, Rick's Body Shop, and Wildside Custom Haulers and Truck Conversions. It's a GRT/Rocket. 19.685, 19.685. Former Dixie Shootout champion as well. Tim eligible for that $50,000 coming up in a few weeks down at Woodstock, Georgia, when we're down there for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Dixie Shootout.
19.377 the second lap for the hitman Timmy Hitt. 19.377.
That'll bring up the 04 car. Next qualifier, Bob Close, our next qualifier. Trying to get it another Pittsburgher out of Eldred, Pennsylvania in car 04. here in the Oval Craft Racing Illuma Designs Time Trials. That is a GRT Pontiac Grand Prix. Close's Lumber Company, Close Racing Supply, Linda's Main Attraction, Vic Vina and Allen's Wine and Liquor sponsoring the veteran Bob Close.
19.813, 19.813, the first lap for Bob Close.
Bob is 39 years old, his first time with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. .19.659 the second lap, 19.659. Our next qualifier in the Oval Craft Racing Illuma Designs Time Trials at McKees Rock, Pennsylvania, John Hotchkiss. John Hotchkiss in a Rocket Monte Carlo, Hotchkiss Construction, Nigel and Wedge Motorsports sponsoring John Hotchkiss out of McKees Rock, Pennsylvania.
.21.59 the first lap, 20.159.
In time to beat still Davey Johnson at 19.134. Lap number 2, Hotchkiss' second lap will be 20.281. 20.281.
On the clock now out of Scott Township in the Hayes Heating and Cooling 21, Tony Mussolino. Tony Mussolino in car number 21. The Hayes Heating and Cooling rocket chassis. .19.721 for Tony, another one of the young guns, not only running on the dirt, but also campaigning at asphalt late model at our sister track, the Motordrome Speedway.
Also Knowlton fencing on that car, 20 years old. Lap number 2.
19.710 the second lap for Tony Mussolino.
Lou Bradich up next in the next qualifier here in the Oval Craft Racing Illuma Designs Time Trials for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, his first time with the series.
Out of Chester, West Virginia, second in the track standings this year, a former champion here in the W.L. Davison H&F Trucking Auction Barn 09. 19.658, 19.658 for the Chester Charger, Lou Bradich.
That's a rocket chassis Pontiac Grand Prix. And Lou trying to get in his first show with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Lap 2 will be 19.377. 19.377 for Bradich.
Well, he led him out of the pits, but this gentleman on the speedway now, our 2005 track champion in the Johns Towing River Salvage Bryan Equipment 48. It's a Rocket Monte Carlo with a Dream Chevy under the hood. John Flinner from Zelienople. John Flinner. He won it in an exciting fashion here last Saturday night. 19.345 the first lap for John Flinner. 7th quick. 3 wins here, including last Saturday night.
Newly crowned track champion, Bryan Equipment, MCB Motorsports. Flinner signs and decals, and Woodward Precision Steering Components on the side of that Rocket Monte Carlo. Good lap.
19.0. He is now your fastest qualifier. 19.063 for John Flinner.
Makes that track championship look even better right now. Fast time so far. Up next, another member of the National Dirt Late Hall of Fame inducted last month. It'll be Brad Malkett. Brad Malkett, 51 years old. He's out of Strasburg, Ohio. It is CJ Rayburn Monte Carlo. 19.493. 19.493. Malkett engine under the hood. Malkett's Tavern and Mopar on this side of Brad Malkett out of Strasburg, Ohio. His second lap here tonight.
He too a former champion here. We did not get a second lap for Brad. He'll have 1 lap coming.
Brad track champion here back in 1997. And we'll need him again. If you can hear us in the infield, we'll send him back out again. Mark Moats is up next in car 23.
Sunrise Accounting Rocket, Mark Moats out of Hookstown, another one of our regular competitors here. One career late model win here at the Monster Half Mile.
Brian signs and decals on the side of that Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix.
20.024, 20.024 for Mark Moats. Time to beat John Flinner, 19.063. .46 for the second lap. 20.46 for the second lap for Mark Moats.
Well, the Danimals in the house tonight here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway out of Imperial, Pennsylvania. Danny Rich in a Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix. Dream Racing engine under the hood. Simmons Window Cleaning. Larry's Auto, Pep Boys, Classic Tree Service, Damage Incorporated Race Graphics, and Carnes Auto Wrecking, his sponsors.
20.653 for Danny Rich, 20.653. His first lap, Danny's first full season in the late models here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, has had a bunch of pure stock wins over the years. .19.727 the second lap for Danny Rich.
That'll bring up the flying zero. Up next out of Morgantown, West Virginia, this is Steve Baker. Steve Baker in the Zero car, Rocket Grand Prix. Dream Racing engine under the hood, Richard Construction, the Farm Used Auto Parts, Bland's Towing, and Sport Rider Outdoors, sponsoring the veteran car builder racer Steve Baker.
19.499 for Steve. Heartbreak Hotel for him last week. Appeared to be on his way to the track championship, only to suffer a flat tire in the closing laps. But a former track champion himself here at Pittsburgh, Steve Baker.
Back in 1996, of course, he and Mark Richards, Spine Rocket Chassis down in Chinston, West Virginia. Good lap on lap 2.
19.185 for Steve Baker, fifth fastest. 19.185. Here's Brad Malkwood out to get his second lap in the Malkwood Racing Engine CJ Rayburn number 79.
Got a lot of Hall of Famers in the house this weekend. Of course, we've already had Rick Auckland and Lynn Geisler and Donnie Moran, and now BA Brad Malkwood, his second lap. 19.403. 19.403 for Brad Malkwood on lap number 2.
I think that was just a bit quicker than the first lap when he was out, which was 19.4 something. 493. Jim Kunis, first time out this year in 2005 in the 1K car. Jim Kunis, who made the Pittsburghers, made it twice as a matter of fact. Best finish was in 1999 when he came home 15th.
In that Brockers machine entry, that is a Rocket chassis. First lap here this afternoon.
20.092, 20.092. The first lap for Jim Kunis.
So what's he been doing all year?
Well, I've seen him in the pits watching a whole bunch.
So brings it out for the Pittsburgh.
Got the itch a little bit again to get her back out.
Wouldn't that be a story if he wins tomorrow? His first race of the year.
19.848, 19.848 for Jim Kunis.
Well, we're talking about our list of National Dirt Label Hall of Fame drivers. Here's one right here, fans. The 72 car out of Millersburg, Ohio. None other than Racing John Mason. John Mason, that is a Masters-built chassis, SMS engine. And that car is sponsored by Mason Race It Incorporated, Burt Transmission, and DH Custom Decals. Racing John Mason, lap number 1.
19.948, 19.948 for Racing John Mason. Hasn't won here in a while, but he has been a winner here down through the years. He's got 8 career wins, as a matter of fact, here at Pittsburgh.
Not bad at all. Tied for 16th in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings.
19.643 his second lap. 19.643 for Racing John Mason.
They'll bring up the next qualifier. He too is a regular on the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The C9 out of Richmond, Indiana. That is Steve Casebolt Jr. Steve Casebolt Jr., 27 years old, in a Rocket Ford Taurus. Dargy race engine under the hood. Soybert Calf Ranches and Arizona Sports Shirts. He's currently 15th in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings.
19.435 for Steve. 19.435. Picked up a win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Elkins, West Virginia.
And you know what he did? He won $7,000 with that. He gave an engagement ring to his fiancée. How about that?
What a way to spend
That's
it.
the way do you do it.
$18.964. That is now the fastest lap. 18.964 for Steve Casebolt. Take that, he says.
How about that? Yes.
He's going to try to get another $22,000 this week to add to that $7,000.
That's right. I don't know what he'll buy with that. Then he already got the engagement ring, so maybe a down payment on a house. Up next, the 2005 Snowco American Late Model Series champion out of Clark Lake, Michigan, Brian Ruhlman. Brian Ruhlman, our next qualifier.
19.903, Brian's first lap. 19.903.
Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix, Malkut Engine, Dirt Late Model Magazine, and Spartan Tool. He's also the points leader at Eldora Speedway with one race left.
19.685. 19.685, the second lap for Brian Ruhlman.
Well, Rick Briggs, our next qualifier, the 99B car and a Rocket Monte Carlo, Krager race engine under the hood. Meridian Hardwoods of Pennsylvania Incorporated, Tony L. Steck Lumber Company, Briggs Transport, Hardwood Mulch, and Keystone Construction sponsoring Rick Broom Briggs, our next qualifier. He's out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania.
20.888. 20.888 for Rick Boom Briggs.
Former crew chief, former Pittsburgh 100 champion Chubb Frank. Rick Briggs out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, lap number 2. He'll come to the line, second lap.
Wow, play this one, 20.111. 20.111 for Rick Briggs.
Here's a driver been on a hot streak here in the last month of the season, the defending Pittsburgh 100 champion, the Bart Man in car 75 out of Zanesville, Ohio. This is Bart Hartman. Bart Hartman, the 2004 Pittsburgh 100 champion. Last month, of course, he won the $50,000 to win North-South 100 at Florence Speedway. And then the following week went second in the Jackson 100 at Brownstown, Indiana in a Rocket Pontiac Grand Prix.
19.124. Third quick with his first lap, 19.124. He might have something here for Mr. Casebolt.
Cornet Racing Engine under the hood, Urgent Cash, Gress Oil, Imler's Poultry, Banshee Graphics, Jarrett's Body Shop, and All-Star Performance sponsoring Bart Hartman.
19.067. 19.067 the second lap. He's still third quick.
Well, still only one car under 19 seconds. Steve Casebolt Jr., as you mentioned, 18.964. That is the time to beat. Up next in car number 42, former Pittsburgh 100 winner, Todd Andrews. Todd Andrews, the champion back in '99 out of Eldred, Pennsylvania. Our next qualifier.
The Andrews Auto Salvage, Dirt Late Model Magazine, Laser Chassis, 19.906 the first lap for Todd. First time he's been here with this car, the Laser Chassis, 19.906.
Malkut Racing Engine under the hood. With a veteran Todd Andrews down the main straightaway here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, lap 2.
19.789. 19.789. Better lap 2 for Todd Andrews.
That'll bring up the next qualifier, the number 17 car, to South Park, Pennsylvania. Keith Barbara. Keith Barbara, our next qualifier, the Triangle Benefit Services, Rand Group, Rhodes Performance, S&S Auto Repair, Forbes Field Garage, and Patoka Trucking Repair. Sponsor the veteran Keith Barbara out of South Park in car 17.
19.849 his first lap. 19.849. Keith was the 2001 champion here. Has one win here this year. He won our Topless Tuesday show back in June.
Coming out of turn 4, lap 2 for Keith, and he'll clock in 19.553. 19.553.
In the Franklin Racing Supply For a car out of Saxonburg, this is Alex Ferree.
Alex Ferree in a rocket chassis, Dream Racing engine, Franklin Racing Supply, AmericanDiecast.com, Butler Pre-Owned Cars and Credit, Moody Sales and Service, sponsoring Alex Ferree in car number 4.
19.531, 19.531 for Alex. He's made this race 3 times. He was 8th a year ago.
First time with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Ed Ferree was out earlier. Alex will take the checkered flag at 19.342. 19.342 for Alex Ferree. So again, it's still Steve Casebolt Jr. He currently rides 4th in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings. Back in June, he won the $100,000 to win Dream at Eldora Speedway. The number 7, the Buckeye Bandit out of Waterville, Ohio. This is Matt Miller. Matt Miller, 34 years old in the Denny Thornton Dirt Shop Incorporated Rocket Grand Prix. Russell Baker Racing engine under the hood for Matt Miller, lap 1.
19.567 for Matt, 19.567. He's made this race twice. His best finish was a 9th in 2001 in the Pittsburgher.
McCullough Industries, Performance Rod and Custom, Doug Herbert Performance Circle Track Parts, Low Temp Brazing, Banshee Graphics, Whaley and Sun Collision, and McDonald Refrigeration sponsoring Matt Miller.
19.342, 19.342, his second go round.
George Kowatic up next, our next qualifier here in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He drives a Rocket Monte Carlo MCB Motorsports, the Auto House and Flinner signs and decals. Nice looking race car.
25.23 for George Kowatic. Close to getting a win this year. Has won a late model race here in the past. He made the Pittsburgher last year for the first time and came home 19th.
19.730, 19.730. Up next, the 07. Out of Clymer, New York, Brent Rebergen, our next qualifier. He drives a Bob Pierce chassis. Monte Carlo does. Rebergen in the 07. Ripley Machine and Tool, Licks Keystone Racing Fuel and Oils, and Garflish Trucking and Construction sponsoring the 07.
21.66, 20.166 for Brent. James mentioned driving a Bob Pierce car. Only one, I believe, in the field here this afternoon.
Well, they're becoming more and more prevalent across the Midwest with the Hall of Famer Bob Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois, building big time in modifieds. Second lap time.
19.839. 19.839 for Brent Rebergen.
That'll bring up the next qualifier in car number 55. He's out of Pinconning, Michigan, 30 years old. This is Jeep Van Wormer. Jeep Van Wormer in a Masters build Ford Taurus. Went to that new paint scheme last week at the World 100. Pro Power engine under the hood. Globe Technologies. Bayline Fire Protection and Iron Motorsports on the side of Jeep Van Wormer. First lap, 19.378. 19.378. They're all chasing Steve Casebolt Jr. right now here in the Oval Craft Racing Illumina Designs Time Trials. 54 cars on hand here this afternoon.
19.375 the second lap. 19.375 lap 2 for Jeep Van Wormer.
That'll bring up the next qualifier, late entrant here at with a Pittsburgher car 97. He's the 2005 track champion at the Muskegum County Speedway over in Zanesville, Ohio. Out of Frazeysburg, Ohio, Larry Moran. Larry Moran up next in a Masters built chassis, Budweiser, Competition Sportswear, Balderson Dodge, and Muskegum County Speedway.
20.055 the first lap for Larry, 20.055.
Yes, he is related to Donnie, and as we mentioned, capturing the track championship after last weekend's shows. over in Muskingum County Speedway. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series was back there on July 4th weekend. 19,730, 19730. Up next, driving car 59. He's out of Jefferson, Ohio. This is Bill Cunningham. Bill Cunningham at a Masters-built Pontiac Grand Prix. Advanced Auto Parts, Krager Racing Engine under the hood, and Joe and Patty Farrell also sponsoring the veteran Bill Cunningham.
(19.713) the first lap for Bill, 19.713 seconds. Bill Cunningham trying to make his first Pittsburgh 100. (19.397), lap 2 for Bill Cunningham.
Up next, the 17E car, next qualifier. He's out of Wellsburg, West Virginia, 25 years old, Lance Elson. Lance Elson in a Rocket Grand Prix, Fisher Racing Engine under the hood, unique walls and ceilings, Vapor Jet, Subway, and Competition Sportswear sponsoring Lance Elson out of Wellsburg, West Virginia. First lap.
19.374. Lance surprised many when at age 19 he was the fast qualifier for the Pittsburgher in 1999. (19.090), fourth quick for Lance Elson.
About that, he almost became the fast qualifier for the 2005 edition. Up next, since the beginning of the 2002 racing season, he is the winningest dirt late model driver in the country with 88 feature wins. He has 6 this year with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The current points leader out of Martinsville, Indiana, the real deal, Don O'Neill, his first lap. 19.024, 19024, second quick time in that Masters-built Monte Carlo. J. Dickens Racing Engine, A1 Auto Salvage, Living Room Central, Neil Wood Products, All-Star Performance, Well-Picked Berries, and Ken Schrader Racing. It is 18.903. That is fast time. 18.903 for Don O'Neill, and there's one car left. And driving the Tim Logan Racing number 68, he's a member of the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame, the driver that's made more World 100s than any other driver in the history of that race, 19 of them, Freddie Smith. 19.750, 19750 for the Southern gentleman. Freddie Smith comes in today, 782 career feature wins, the only 5-time winner of the Dirt Track World Championship race.
19.935, 19.935. Going to a backup car. Motor problems in his?
Well, he had some oil problems last week at Eldora. Running 10th in the World 100 and getting ready to go into the 9th spot and having to go to the 68 car here this afternoon, the 2-time Pittsburgher champion Tim Hitt. And so he and crew chief Frank Revel. And
McKinney from Cranberry Township in the 17 and Briggs from West Alexander in the V8. It is Vinny LeBoon on the outside with the lead. Bill Westlake in the 51 second, J.E. Stalter in the yellow 17 third. Clayton Kennedy and Rick Megley are next. laps down, less than 5 to go. The battle for fourth tightening up off of turn 2. Joel Johns in the Mach 5 on the outside of Rick Megley, nosing into 5th. Megley trying to get back under him in 4, but can't make it stick. Joel Johns now trying to duck underneath the 9 of Clayton Kennedy for 4th. Past halfway, 3 laps to go. Vince LeBoon. The True Value Bethel Park Almanac Duffy's Panther chassis is your leader. John Harvey in the 79 into the pits on the backstretch. One lap to go. Rick Megley to the inside of Clayton Kennedy, moving to 5th. Off of 4 they come. Checkered flag is waving for Vince LeBoon. Bill Westlake 2nd. J.E. Stalter 3rd. Joel Johns 4th. Rick Megley 5th. Clayton Kennedy, Carl McKinney, Bruce Drystat, and Willie Briggs complete the field of finishers. A lot of experience on that front row with Wayne Tessine outside and young Charger Daryl Charlier to the inside. Charlier quick on the draw. The green is out. Problem with the 11 of Dale Charlier. Not hitting on all 8 cylinders. But his son Daryl is your leader. Wayne Tessine hitting the wall in the 10 car. Your second place car flat in the right front and then hits the wall again in turn 1. Tessine got a little high and just caught the wall between turn 4 and the flag stand. That flattened the right front and it wouldn't turn going into 1. Green is out. Daryl Charlier takes off again. Battle for second, 33 Mike McKee and Russ Dempsey in the D1. Chris Bassich in the 71C, Mitch Bassich in the B55. 16 Justin Carlson. Mitch Bassich passing his nephew Chris for 4th. Justin Carlson also getting by Chris Bassich. Russ Dempsey now trying to take 2nd away from Mike McKee. Halfway this time, 4 more laps to go. Mitch Bassich to 3rd, Carlson to 4th, Dempsey's backpedal to 5th. Carlson now challenging Bassich for 3rd. Your 2nd place car way high, Mike McKee. Mitch Bassich moves to 2nd in the Shady Side Pharmacy B55. time Daryl Charlier is gone. The Tri-State Motorsports Boza Communications Totally Tropical Tanning 12 has a lap to go. Chris Bassage, the last place car, spins. Checkered flag is waving for Daryl Charlier. Mitch Bassage second. Who's going to be third? It's going to be Russ Dempsey in the D1. Mike McKee in the 33 ends up fourth, and Justin Carlson, 16, is fifth. He starts on the pole this third heat race. Bobby Watt, the Latrobe Wildcat, alongside in the 82. Has hard onto the inside in turn one. He's got the lead. Bobby Watt right behind him as they race off at two. Niederreiter in the 68 car, third. That's Randy McElhaney in the 66, fourth. Has a little high into four. He's got the lead coming off. Randy McElhaney still fourth. Carrie Gasser, our only female competitor in competition today, running fifth in the 0. Niederreiter in the 68 challenging Watt for second. Dave Hess Jr. driving off. Bobby Watt having one of his better Pittsburgh runs. The 82 car still second. Niederreiter third. McElhaney fourth. Gasser fifth. Mike Bassage putting the heat on there in the 71. Kurt Habadell in the 75. Tom Martinek in the 65. And the 4M of Kevin Miller halfway. Coming around for the white flag this time, just over a lap to go. Dave Hess has the race by himself. Good battle behind him. Hess has won here before in the E-Mods. Doesn't come to town quite often, but when he does, he's usually among the contenders. Checkered flag waving out of Waterford, up in the northwestern part of the state. Dave Hess Jr. triumphant in heat race number 3. Bobby Watt brings the 82 home second. Niederreiter third. McElhaney fourth. Gasser fifth. Mike Bassage, Kurt Habadell, Tom Martinek, and Kevin Miller round out the field of finishers.
Pennsylvania make up the front row at the cone. We're racing. Here we go. The youngster Alex Ferree in that Franklin Racing Supply number 4 takes the lead. O'Neill goes to the outside. O'Neill go to second immediately. Down the back straightaway. Pearson on the gas right behind Cunningham. They'll dive at a 3. Up front, it is Alex Ferree in that rocket chassis showing the way. Pearson will go to the inside, and he'll fall in behind Cunningham. 5th is Mason. 6th runs Keith Berner. Again, the top 3 make the Pittsburgh 100 tomorrow. The top 2 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points in this race. Pearson right now trying to track down Cunningham. O'Neill trying to do the same. Alex Ferree showing the way in car number 4. Earl Pearson right behind him. 3 down. You see the scoreboard in the infield. 3 down, 7 to go. Alex Ferree showing the way. Some of the best dirt late model drivers of the nation here tonight at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. 54 entrants on hand. And right now, the young man Alex Ferree showing the way in car number 4. He's 25 years old over the veteran Don O'Neill. Pearson trying to get in the show. Pearson charges to the inside, trying to get around Cunningham now. Right now, it's about a 6-car length advantage for Ferree at the halfway mark. Cross flags, 5 down and 5 to go. As they'll dive into turn 1, Pearson on the inside, trying to get a run on Cunningham. They'll dive into 1, trying to get into the Pittsburgh. Cunningham, Pearson all over him. Mason and Berner trying to catch him down the back straightaway. The first 2 have pulled away from the rest of the field. Now Pearson to go to the outside. Will he make it stick? Pearson has it on the outside. He does. Good move. Pearson will go to 3rd. Nice move, Earl Pearson Jr., but he's way behind Alex Ferree and Don O'Neill. And now Mason all over Cunningham. Down the back straightaway. Here comes racing John Mason. 3 to go. That's for a high starting spot in one of the B mains, and Mason all over Cunningham. Pearson now pulls away from this group here as the laps wind down. O'Neill has cut it to 4 car lengths, trying to make a last lap, a few laps ditch effort here as they dive into 1, 2 to go. So Alex Ferree, his first time with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, looks good right now. The 6 heat winners will redraw after the heats tonight. And right now, John Mason is going to 4th up front. It'll be the white flag going to go to the youngster Alex Ferree. 1 to go. O'Neill, last chance into 1. He's got that J. Dickens powered Masters built out of 2, but Alex Ferree doing a good job in that rocket chassis Monte Carlo. Drain engine under the hood out of turn 4. Checkered flag is up, and the youngster Alex Ferree's going to lead it all the way for a win. O'Neill will take 2nd. Here comes Pearson. Earl Pearson will be in the Pittsburgh 100. He'll take 3rd, and John Mason will run in 4th. To the top, Tennessee on the hit in Logan 68. Rick Auckland out of Zanesville, Ohio, and Scott Gunn out of West Mifflin. Here we go. VP Fuels making power heat. Number 2 underway. They try to go 3 wide. Geisler sticks his nose in there, down the back straightaway, and they're side by side, 2nd spot. Stuhler and Casebolt up front. It's the Buckeye Bandit, Matt Miller. That Dirt Shop Incorporated rocket side by side. Good race, 2nd spot. Here they are, Stuhler and Casebolt. They rub a little bit. And Casebolt takes that Soybert Calf Ranches rocket to the outside. And Casebolt will clear Stuhler down the back straightaway. And meanwhile, a battle there. You see Lynn Geisler in the 1 car. He's going side by side with the 04 of Bob Close, and Geisler will slide it into 4th in the Cochran number 1. Auckland on the move now in the 12 car. Rick Auckland's picked it up, the Hall of Famer, in that Masters built number 12 at a not so good qualifying time now. He's trying to move up in this race. He's already passed a couple of cars. Here we go, lap 4. It's all Matt Miller in control. Casebolt 2nd, Stuhler 3rd, Geisler 4th. 5th is Close, 6th is Auckland. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway, Geisler and Stuhler now. The 2 Keystone State veterans as they dive into turn 3. It's Hoosier State driver Steve Casebolt. Geisler will pick to the outside as they come out of 4. They dive into 1. It's Geisler all over Stuhler out of turn 2 as Casebolt is 4 car lengths in front of him. And way out in front is Matt Miller. In the number 7, the Dirt Shop Incorporated rocket with 5 down and 5 to go. VP Fuels making power heat. Number 2, Geisler into the back of Stuhler now. In the 1, how about that? The all-time winningest driver at Hagerstown Speedway, Gary Stuhler, the all-time winningest driver here, and it's Lynn Geisler to the outside. He'll go to 3rd. Lynn Geisler, nice move. So, count up the number of feature wins those 2 gentlemen have. And Geisler now on the move as he's pulled away from Stuhler, and he'll try to close on Casebolt now with 4 to go. Auckland now, meanwhile, behind Close. down the back straightaway. Again, the top three advance to the Pittsburgh 100. Right now, it is all Matt Miller. Matt Miller making the World 100 last week on a final last lap effort in one of the B mains. The $100,000 Dream winner. He's a former Eldora track champion. He's fourth in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points, and Geisler now has tracked down Case Bolt. Second place in doubt, 3 to go, make it 2 to go. Here comes Lynn Geisler, he's closed on Case Bolt. Down the main straightaway. Steve Case Bolt Jr., tonight's second quick qualifier, hanging on. Geisler takes a peek on the inside. Down the back straightaway here on the big half-mile oval. Geisler all over Case Bolt. That's for a higher starting spot in the Pittsburgh 100 tomorrow. Here comes Geisler on the inside. The 6-time track champion, wheel to wheel with Case Bolt. White flag, final lap. Case Bolt shuts the door into 1. The final lap. Case Bolt, Geisler down the back straightaway. And they're not done yet. Final lap, 2 turns to go right now. Matt Miller all by himself will take the win. Here comes Case Bolt and Geisler, and second will go to Case Bolt. Third is Geisler, and fourth is Gary Stuhler. Here comes fifth at the line. It'll be Bob Close. Out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then it's Jim Lepro in car number 6 out of Midway, Pennsylvania. Rich Appolito in that 77 car. They bring it out of turn 4 down the main straightaway. VP Fuels making power. E3 well underway. And the T8 Mark Benal out in front. The St. Clairsville, Ohio veteran down the back straightaway. His 26th year of dirt late model racing. Brad Malkett runs in second. In the number 79 Rayburn out of turn 4. Flinner is third in 48 and fourth. Is Ruhlman. It was Ruhlman, my bad. Steve Baker sitting in the 4th spot right now. Flinner now closes on Malka down the back straightaway. 3 down, 7 to go. VP Fuels making power heat. Number 3 right now, Mark Benal. That is a Rayburn chassis. Looks good right now, out in front. Another Rayburn runs in second. Coming up on the halfway mark, John Flinner trying to track down Malkett. Brad Malkett looking good right now in the 79. Flinner will close on him now. 5 down, 5 to go. 4th is Baker. 5th is Brian Ruhlman. A battle for 6th between Barbara in the 17 car. Mark Benal out of turn 4, showing the way. Right now, 2nd spot, in doubt, Malkett and Flinner into turn number 1. 4 to go. Steve Baker in that rocket chassis, number 0, holding on for 4th down the back straightaway. Flinner on the move. The 2005 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway track champion Flinner all over Malkett down the main straightaway. Got the lead stretched out now as they head into turn 3. Again, the 6 heat race winners a redraw. Mark Benal showing the way. Out of turn 4. Down the main straightaway. The track champion here. Back in 1998. Brad Malkett, he was a former track champion here back in 97. A solid second with 2 to go. White flag. Mark Benal out of turn 4. It'll be the white flag. 1 to go. Malkett second. Flinner runs in third. Baker is 4th. They've been that way almost the entire race. Down the back straightaway. Final lap. They bring it out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway, the checkered flag. It'll go to Mark Benal, your winner. 2nd spot will be Brad Malkett. 3rd is John Flinner. And 4th will be Steve Baker. go. This ought to be a dandy into one. And Van Wormer, Hartman to the outside. Boggs slips back to third. Down the back straightaway. Jeep, Van Wormer, a Masters built chassis. Hartman in a Rocket. Boggs at a Schwartz. The first three spots. Bartman out of the groove. Angle on Jackie Boggs. He slides in there to third. Here comes the 21 car. Mussolino on the inside, running in fourth. Down the back straightaway, he's going to spin. Look out. And nowhere to go. And the caution is out. Mark Moats involved in the 23 car, had nowhere to go. Caution is out. Hartman all over Van Wormer into one. Hartman will try the outside. Looks good. He takes the lead. What a move. Bart Hartman takes the lead. Second spot, Van Wormer out of the groove. Here comes Boggs. And Tim Dome sets in fourth in that Dome cycle sales. Rocket into one. Tim Dome second in the Rookie of the Year standings. Try to get into the Pittsburgh 100 all over. Jackie Boggs down the back straightaway. They dive into three. Right now, Bart Hartman looks good. That Urgent Cash Rocket Cornet power under the hood. Clicks off another lap, three in the books. Van Wormer second. Boggs third. Fourth runs Dome in the 6T car. So we have a Rocket, a Masters built, a Schwartz, and a Rocket at the top four. Right now, Bart Hartman, the defending Pittsburgh 100 champion, on a roll in August, winning the North-South 100 at Florence Speedway, second in the Jackson 100 at Brownstown, Indiana. Right now, showing the way, looking good. Out at two, down the back straightaway. Showing that he will be a threat to make it back-to-back Pittsburgh 100s here tomorrow. $22,000 to win up for grabs. Jeep Van Wormer doing a good job, a solid second at that 55. Five down, five to go. VP Fuels making power heat number 4. 5 and 6 ready to go. Bart Hartman shows the way. Almost a straightaway lead now for Van Wormer, Boggs, and Dome. Big lead. Down the back straightaway. Bart Hartman brings that rocket to the line, clicks off another lap, 3 to go. Van Wormer solidly second. Boggs third. Dome fourth. Fifth is Rebergen. Sixth runs Schweitzer in the 84 car. And Hartman right now looks like he's going to join the other heat race winners in the draw, as that was Alex Ferree, Matt Miller, and Mark Banal. Down the back straightaway, 2 to go. Bart Hartman brings the line, white flag, 1 to go. Jeep Van Wormer solidly second spot, third Boggs, fourth Dome. Looks like they may stay that way on the final lap, down the back straightaway. Out at turn 4, the checkered flag. It'll go to Bart Hartman, your winner in 75. Jeep Van Wormer will run second in 55. Third is Jackie Boggs. Fourth is Tim Dome. Fuel making power, heat number 5. Top 3 to the Pittsburgh tomorrow afternoon. Here we go, we're racing. Into 1. Hang on, Ed Ferree, a slide up the racetrack, down the back straightaway. Ferree falls to second. Moran runs in third in the 99 car. Out of turn 4. Here comes Tim hitting the Tim Logan Racing 68 out in front. Ed Ferree second. Moran third. Fourth runs Elson. Fifth is Dave Hess Jr. into turn number 1. Now Ferree slides up the track. Moran all over him down the back straightaway. In the top 3 to the Pittsburgh 100 tomorrow afternoon. The rest will have to come out of one of the 2B mains. Moran tries a run on Ferree now, with 2 laps in the books. Your 100 champion down the back straightaway. Did that back in 1996 and then in 98. Moran trying to track down Ed Ferree now, second spot. Lance Elson, tonight's 5th quick qualifier, sitting in 4th. 5th is Hess. 6th is Danny Rich. VP Fuels making power heat number 6, the final late model heat of the night. Coming up next, they await in the line of shoot. One shy of halfway. Moran trying to find a groove. Faree in a rocket. Moran in a Masters built down the back straightaway. Moran will close again. 1.5 car lengths. Moran all over Faree. Faree slips up just a little bit. The $1 Million Man will be around him. Down the back straightaway. 5 down, 5 to go. Moran all over Faree as they dive into 3. Moran has a run on the inside. Ed Faree hangs on. Tim Hitt builds that lead into 1. And Moorhead Truck and Trailer Repair 68. Moran takes a peek on the inside. Faree shuts the door down the back straightaway. Lance Elson right now running a strong 4th. He's trying to catch 2nd and 3rd, trying to get into the Pittsburgh 100. Lance Elson, keep an eye on that 17 car. 3 to go. Lance Elson has picked it up now. He is closed on Moran into 1 now. Down the back straightaway, the veteran Ed Faree still showing that 2nd spot in front of Moran. Tim Hitt has led it all the way. Here they come out of turn 4, 2 to go. And Faree slides up. He's got to watch out. Moran right on him. It'll be the white flag coming out this time around. Lance Elson has closed it down now in that 4th spot in that 17 car. Moran will try to dive on the inside. Lap number 9, white flag, 1 to go. It's been all the Hitman down the back straightaway. Final lap. Ed Faree right now, about 2 car lengths. The lead is for 2nd spot over Moran. Last chance Moran out of turn 4 down the main straightaway. It's going to be Tim Hitt, your winner. Faree is 2nd. Moran is 3rd. 4th is Lance Elson. Here we go. Good start this time. We're racing. Bradich on the outside. He'll take that 09 in front. Takes the lead into 1. And Miley will drift up the track. And here comes DJ on the inside. Davey Johnson battling for 2nd. In that Dale Beitler Racing rocket chassis, wheel to wheel 2nd spot. And Miley back out into that spot. And we got a spin in turn number 4. And that will bring out a caution. George Kowatic brings out the caution. The Moon Township, Pennsylvania driver of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. 3 of these drivers will go to the Pittsburgh 100 tomorrow afternoon. Here we go. Lou Bradich into 1 with the lead. Miley running in 2nd, then Johnson and James, a pair of rocket chassis drivers, 3rd and 4th down the back straightaway. They dive into turn number 3. And report from the track, we have debris on the racetrack. Caution will come back out. Lap in the books. The youngster Red Miley sitting in 2nd. Here we go. Davey Johnson 3rd, Scott James in 4th. They dive into 1. James takes a peek on Johnson out of 2 now. Miley, can he stay with Bradich down the back straightaway? And Johnson has a run on Miley into 3. Davey Johnson will try the inside. 3-time Pittsburgh 100 champion. Trying to get yet into another Pittsburgh 100 tomorrow, trying to become the first 4-time winner of this race. And Scott James now closest on the inside. Down the back straightaway. He's running in 4th in 83. Working lap 3. Lou Bradich looking good right now in that 09 car, showing the way. He's got a good lead right now over Miley. Bill Kell Racing Engines, H&F Trucking, W.L. Davison Auto and Truck Repair sponsored Rocket Grand Prix showing the way. Red Miley, his first attempt at making a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. Davey Johnson nearly won one down at Virginia Motor Speedway back in July. Rick Eckert passed him with 3 to go to win that one. And right now, Juice is hanging on for 3rd. Scott James runs in 4th. Well, the cross flags coming up, 5 down, 5 to go, halfway through the final late model heat of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. South Park, Pennsylvania driver Red Miley looking good in that H1, a solid second down the back straightaway. Then Johnson and James running third and fourth. Laps to go. James all over Johnson into 2. That's the final transfer spot out of this race, the final transfer spot of the night. Out of turn number 4. Bradich still showing the way. The 1999 Pennsylvania Motor Speedway late model track champion looks good right now to make it into a Pittsburgh 100 tomorrow afternoon. 22,000 a win on the line. Here we come out of turn number 4. 2 to go to decide it. James still all over Johnson now. Miley is a solid second. The white flag will come out next time around. James making life tough for Juice down the back straightaway now. Here they come out of turn 4. Lou Bradich, 1 to go to decide it. Looks like he is going to lead it all the way. Miley second, Johnson third, James fourth. Atala runs in 5th, final lap. 1 to go. Lou Bradich will bring that rocket Pontiac Grand Prix out of turn 4 here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. And he'll take VP Fuels making power heat number 6. Red Miley will be second. Davey Johnson is third. And Scott James runs in 4th.
Probably even before that, his cars were always yellow number 75. He then became a car owner. In fact, Kurt Habedell drove his car to an EMOD track championship here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway in the early 90s. Last Saturday, a week ago, Ron unfortunately passed away. So tonight, we're going to have a moment of silence for Ron Digenkolb, and Kurt's going to carry the checkered flag around the Speedway while we're pleased standing right now, if you could, for a moment of silence for in the memory of Ron Digenkolb, his final lap. "25 laps for the EMODs, their final race of 2005 here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway with a full moon in the sky off the 4th turn. The green is out. And we got ourselves a dandy of a wreck that's still happening. We got the 11 of Dale Charlier, 66 Randy McElhaney, 9 Clayton Kennedy, 18 Bruce Drystad, 0 Kerry Gasser, Mach 5 Joel Johns, V8 Willie Briggs, and the 75 of Kurt Habedell. He starts number 1. Green is out. Charlier grabs the lead. Hess moving to second. Vince LeBoon third. Mitch Bassage is fourth. And Bill Westlake, Bobby Watt, Dennis Niederreiter, J.E. Stalter, and Russ Dempsey. Daryl Charlier continues to show the way. Dave Hess Jr. in his shadows down the back straightaway. LeBoon third, Bassage fourth, Westlake fifth. Niederreiter has taken over sixth. Bobby Watt is seventh. J.E. Stalter eighth. Rick Megley running ninth. And Russ Dempsey is 10th. Dale Charlier to the pits in car number 11. Dale Charlier to the, oh, look out on the front straightaway. Justin Carlson in the 16. Gets underneath the D1 of Russ Dempsey and goes for a spin. Caution is out. Justin Carlson out of Panama, New York. Green is waving another time. It's Charlier firing first. He's your leader. Mitch Bassage moves to third in the B55. Uncle Mitch running strong tonight. Charlier, Hess, and Mitch Bassage 1, 2, and 3. LeBoon is back to fourth now. Niederreiter fifth. Stalter is sixth. Megley's up to seventh. Westlake has dropped to eighth. Mike Bassage is ninth, and Bobby Watt runs 10th in the 82. Kurt Habadell bouncing off the wall in the 75 car. Still in the gas. J.E. Stalter in the 17, challenging Dennis Niederreiter for fifth. Spin in turn two, the 66 of Randy McElhaney. Caution for the 66 of Randy McElhaney, who gets turned around, headed back in the right direction. Green waving another time, 18 laps to go. Dave Hess trying to put the pressure to Charlier on the inside, but it's Charlier still your leader. Vince LeBoon all the way back to third in the 17L. J.E. Stalter in the 17E to fourth. Dennis Niederreiter to fifth. Mitch Bassage drops to sixth. Uncle Mitch was up there rocking and rolling earlier in third. Mike Bassage moves up a spot in the 71M. He's come a long way. He started way in the back. Ten laps are down. 15 to go. Up high is the 71M of Mike Bassett. He just passed a bunch of cars, and he's going to have to do it again. Carl McKinney pitting in the 17C. Daryl Charlier looking to snare the biggest win of his young career. Picked up 2 wins here this season. Has won 3 times here in his career. Past halfway. Ten laps to go. Dennis Niederreiter trying the outside around J.E. Stalder, but it's still Stalder 4th and Niederreiter 5th. Charlier and Hess have left the others behind. We've got 7 laps to go. Darrell won on the Guerin Memorial Night in August. Dave Hess Jr. trying to cut into that advantage. Traffic could play a role here in the closing laps. Off the pace, J.E. Stalder, the runner who was running 4th. Vince LeBoon 3rd, Dennis Niederreiter now 4th, Mitch Bassett 5th, Rick Megley 6th, Bill Westlake 7th, Bobby Watt 8th, Mike Bassett 9th, and Justin Carlson is 10th. Traffic in front of your leaders. Clayton Kennedy out of shape. Charlier gets on the binders, now trying to pass Kennedy. Here comes Hess to the inside. They are wheel to wheel for the lead. Off of 4, Charlier trying to squeeze under Clayton Kennedy and protect his lead at the same time. Hess goes to the outside. And he's got the lead. Sometimes you'd rather be second than first when you get into traffic. Caution is out for the 5 of Rick Megley, who was running about 6th. Daryl Charlier's got the lead back. Lady Luck was smiling on him. Can he hold it? Dave Hess Jr. trying to turn up the wick. And we've got a caution. I believe that would be the yellow 75 of Kurt Habedel. Off we go. Hess gives it a run into turn 1. It's still Charlier, but boy, Dave has really turned up the pressure this time. He's a little better getting into the turn, and there he goes, slides up, contact, and he's got the lead. Van Laboon now trying to get by Charlier for second. Mitch Bassett to the outside of Dennis Niederreiter, moving up to fourth. Two laps to go. It's not over yet. Caution out. We got a car against the guardrail in turn 2. It is the 66 of Randy McElhaney. White flag for Dave Hess Jr. He's probably the master of the E-mods here in Western Pennsylvania. He's won a lot of big shows. And he's got one here at Pittsburgh as well. Dave Hess Jr. takes the E-mod special. Charlier second, Laboon third, Bassett fourth, Niederreiter fifth. He's 21 years of age. As we said, more than 100 career wins between the late models and the E-mods. How about a nice hand for Dave Hess Jr.? Come on over here, Dave. Congratulations. That was a tough one.
Oh, yeah, I had a good car. I didn't really want that caution there. Lap cars, he got caught behind that lap car there, and I didn't know if we were going to have anything for him, but it all come together at the end.
That was going to be my question. You obviously would rather, sometimes it's better to be second than first when you get a lap track. You made it work, then you lost the lead because when the caution came out, and then you had to work like a dog to get it back.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be tough. It always seems to work that way, every time you get a break like that, the caution comes out or something goes wrong, I can't complain the way it went.
How many E-mod wins for you this year?
Oh, I'm not even sure. I think that's 15 or 16, somewhere in that area.
And how many have you won with the late model?
7.
7. So 20-some wins, not a bad year.
No, not too bad at all.
You going to get in the big one tomorrow?
I hope so.
How about a nice hand, folks? Dave Hess Jr., the winner of the E-mod Special.